Well, the state of New York just recently passed a measure that officially recognizes the institution of gay marriage within its state. This very recently after California just effectively voted the other way, saying that it does not recognize the same. I find this to be a very interesting split. I would have been sure that it would go the other way. With California, of all the states in the nation, California I would have expected to lead the way in approving gay marriage. But here's the thing. The fact that either of these two states would approve it, I think is a very clear sign of things to come. It wouldn't surprise me to see other states pass similar legislation and even California revisit and then reverse its own position on this. The national point of view on this is changing minute by minute. And you know what? So is mine. Full disclosure for you here. I do consider myself to be a Christian. I freely admit to you that on some days I may be more of a Christian and other days less, but that is my template. That is where I'm coming from. And when you add to that the fact that most of the time growing up I went to a Catholic school and, oh, by the way, I grew up in the state of Texas, put all that together, it should come as no surprise to anybody if I just might be carrying around a few right-of-center points of view. So with all of this, I have for most of my life opposed gay marriage, even as I've sympathized with gay or bisexual individuals in what seemed to me at the time to be a very compassionate, conservative way. But I have to tell you that I find my own opposition to this becoming more and more difficult to defend. The opposing rationale kind of goes like this. No society, no major society in all of human history has ever recognized gay marriage, and therefore neither should we. After all, do we really think we're better than everybody who's ever come before us? The other rationale is that gay people can never have kids, at least not the natural way. I'm going to take that one first. Gay couples can never have children. Oh, okay, so of course we shouldn't sanction gay marriage. Lord knows we don't have enough of those. And after all, if you're not going to have kids, what's the point of getting married anyway? Just finishing that thought for you so you can see how absurd it really is. Okay, that was pretty easy. Now, to the first one, no society in all of human history. You know what? You just handed to me on a silver platter probably the strongest and most powerful argument in support. No society in all of human history had ever taken to the skies until one day the Wright brothers invented the airplane. Nobody had ever been able to move faster than a horse could run until one day Carl Benz invented the car. And the idea of putting a man on the moon was absolutely unthinkable for all of human history until one day we did it. Seems to me you can crack open any history book and find its pages full of those nobody had ever ta-ta-da-ta-da, and you can now add that addendum until one day we did. And perhaps just maybe the time has come for us in this country to recognize that a person's orientation is such a deeply personal thing that it really is a very innate part of the person that they already are, just as if it were the color of their skin. As for progress, that is how it happens, because at some point, sooner or later, each generation steps up and dares to say to itself, to one another, and to the world that, yeah, as a matter of fact, we are brighter, stronger, more intelligent, and more enlightened than anybody who has ever come before us. And we are about to push the boundaries further than they have ever been pushed before, and the world will be a better place for it. Our parents said this to their parents, we said it to our parents, and one day today's kids will say that to us. And do you know what? They'll be right. And when they do say this, I'm going to be clapping and cheering them on. I'm going to say, yep, you sure are. Now get on out there and make it happen. This has been Steve on Point. I could be wrong, but I kind of doubt it.